Now, yesterday, NEO delivered the second most highest figures that we have ever seen coming from NEO. And yet the market, NEO share price, finished the day trading at $3.93, down 2%. But today, pre-market, I still you notice that NEO is trading at $4.70. $4.07, right? Which is up 3.5%. Now, this might be a reaction from people, of course, saying that there was no need for NEO to end the day on a red, especially after realizing the deliveries. The more and more people realize the deliveries that NEO just reported yesterday, obviously they are going to come back and increase their holding, load the boat to buy NEO for the very first time, which is what we might be seeing here. I mean, there's no way the market can just continue keeping NEO this low, especially with the great performance that we are starting to see coming from NEO. I mean, that 23,900 deliveries we saw from NEO, it was a 50% increase year over year. And that, my friends, it is something. It might not be at the 100% delivery growth rate or at a pace that NEO expects to see, but that is a good growth because the average market in China is expected to grow sales around 34%, and NEO growing or seeing a growth of 50 or of over 50%. It is something that is just so great. So the market, it looks like it's reacting, or yesterday it reacted opposite. I expected NEO to end the day on a green yesterday, but we saw NEO ending the day on a red, trading below or trading below $4 per stock, which is something that is not good. It was not good to see that, but hopefully today we get to see those gains coming back. One of the things that people tend to forget when they talk about NEO, or before they say bad stuff about NEO, is obviously the performance, the developments that we are seeing coming from NEO. I mean, NEO, it's not even a question that they are the top EV company with the most top technology globally. Not even Tesla can come close to the kind of technology that we are seeing on to NEO. Not even BYD can come close, because NEO, they've got their own autonomous driving chip. NEO, they've got their own operating system. NEO, when you talk about the after sales services, they are the only EV company deploying a technology that replenishes the battery, called battery swapping station. All this gave NEO a competitive advantage over and above the peers in the market. And the market also still does not realize this. The market does not see the kind of company that NEO is becoming. But no problem. I think the more NEO improves, especially onto sales, is the more we're going to see things becoming better also for the stock price. The only thing that is making, of course, the markets to punish NEO is they don't believe NEO is going to get to profitability. They don't believe that NEO sales is going to grow by 100%. That is what might be happening around NEO. But someone sent me a text or a message, and some other person also commented on this channel here, saying that if a brand like Firefly was launched by Tesla, by Rivian, by Lucid, can you imagine where the stock price of Lucid, Rivian, or Tesla would be? Someone said those stock price or those US companies, if this brand was launched by them exactly as it is, their share price would have went up by over 100% in just a space of 2 weeks. But because NEO is a Chinese company, NEO, I mean, the market manipulators don't like the amount of attention that NEO receives. I mean, have a look into also, of course, the YouTubers. Most of the YouTubers that talks about stocks, the time and again they will talk about NEO, because it is not possible that you can just ignore what NEO is doing if you are really a stock market investor, right? I mean, when you talk about EV, you cannot leave NEO outside, because NEO is a company that is doing things that other EV competitors are not doing. So therefore, the manipulators will try to make or to squeeze out as many retail investors from the stock, so that only a few retail investors are left, and the big guns, the big financial institutions, are the ones that are owning this stock. So they will use things like NEO it's not yet profitable. They will use things like NEO deliveries are not going to grow by 100%. But when this actually takes place, I think they won't have any much options or why they would be keeping the NEO stock price down, right? Because once we get to profitability, I think it's lights out. We are done. There's nothing bad you can say about NEO, because you will be talking about a NEO that is profitable, right? I think this is where we are going. But anyways, this low trading price, to me, I'm glad to say that even though so many people, we all want to see NEO at the double digits, I'm glad that also this low trading price is offering me and some investors out there to increase our holdings, because we know what we're buying, we know the fundamentals that NEO is doing, we know what makes NEO the special one. Though other people might not be admitting to this, but we know what makes NEO to be special. NEO is not like other EV companies that are just selling cars, but NEO, there's more than selling cars, which they are doing. NEO is a company that is producing their own chips, some of their main chips. NEO is a company that is using their own operating system for their 2025 models. NEO, it is the company which we can expect some pretty great, interesting stuff to come this year. And with all that is coming onto NEO, I just want to clear out my savings and just come and increase my holdings onto NEO, which is something that is great, right? I mean, one of the things that I've been doing, obviously, personally, I do invest a lot. And when it comes to investing, I'll be honest with you, majority of the money that I invest, it's coming to NEO, because I don't want to wake up one day seeing NEO trading at $100 per stock and regret this very moment where I could have invested more. But I did not, because I was doubtful, which is why I do whatever I can to get as much information as possible daily onto NEO, because with daily updates onto NEO, then my mind gets tuned in to say that, look, this is a company. It gives me more reasons to buy NEO, because the more I see latest developments onto NEO, which is why I think this video should also help some of you guys. The more you see these latest updates, latest developments onto NEO, you get to be reminded on a daily basis why NEO is the special one, why NEO is a company which will do very well in the future. And therefore, because of these updates that I continue reading on a daily basis onto NEO, they give me the encouragement to go in the market and buy NEO. I remember this week, the plan, honestly, I'll be open with you guys. I wanted to buy Nike, I wanted to buy Nvidia, right? I wanted to buy those stocks. But can I be honest with you, all the money that I had this week, all of it, I went in and bought NEO stock. I just bought NEO because, look, man, I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering will be rewarded with time, which is why I take the low trading price as an opportunity to increase my holdings. So yeah, man, pre-market NEO, it's up 3.5%. Hopefully today we end on a green. Who knows? But it looks like it's going to be that way. Let's see what happens at market open. I look forward, and I'll continue loading the boat whenever I can, because I know that blue sky is coming. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you on the next one, man. These are just my opinions and not professional financial advice. Yeah, if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do. See you on the next one, and God bless you all.